Okay, so hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be really special because this what if is actually a competition slash event sort of thing with another YouTuber. And yeah, this is going to be a contest with Harry Fox, the person I make thumbnails for, which you probably know. And he will be doing a what if for what if Naruto had a reality kekkei genkai. And then we will switch where he's going to be doing this what if and I'm going to be doing that what if. Anyways, I don't want to waste your time too much. Please make sure to check out his channel as well. Like and subscribe. And I don't want to waste you guys' time too much. Let's get right into this what if. So this what if starts with a dark and terrible night, when the Ninetales was attacking the Hidden Leaf village. Kushina ended up giving birth to a young boy called Naruto. But suddenly a masked man that we know to be Obito showed up, kidnapping the baby Naruto and trying to kill Minato. And as we all know, Minato just dealt with Obito by slamming a Rasengan into his back, and then he turned his attention back to trying to deal with the Ninetales. Little did he know, Obito wasn't the only enemy that had arrived, because from behind the trees, Orochimaru came out quickly and ran at Naruto and took him. And he was just like, yes, this boy will be perfect for my experiments. Finally, I can create the perfect life form, a being with every possible attribute you could want. And so Orochimaru quickly ran back into hiding as he pulled out 3 syringes from his back. He muttered, "Let's start with the best one," as he grinned. Minato almost immediately realized what was happening as he threw one of his flying Rasen kunai to the location and dashed straight at Orochimaru. But by then, it was too late. Orochimaru was already injecting the weird fluid in the first syringe into Naruto's body. Minato slammed a Rasengan into Orochimaru as he had to reverse summon himself out of there, because Orochimaru was basically gonna die if he didn't. And after that, Naruto just fell to the ground and started emitting a bright light, like an explosion of power was released from him, and then he just passed out, which did catch Minato and Kushina off guard because they didn't understand what just happened to Naruto, what that bright light coming off of him was, but Minato had more important things to deal with as he kept fighting the Ninetales and ended up getting pierced through the stomach in an effort to save Naruto. And, well, so did Kushina, just like in the original. In his last moments alive, Minato decided to use the Reaper Death Seal to seal the entirety of the Ninetales within Naruto, since he believed that Naruto was powerful enough to withstand the full strength of the Ninetales, because, I'm not gonna make this like canon. Naruto actually has the full Ninetales. And after that, Hiruzen finally arrived with his Anbu and the Amber Purification Jar, but quickly after arriving, he noticed that the Ninetales had already been sealed within Naruto. He listened to Kushina as she said her final words, telling Hiruzen to take care of Naruto, and no matter what, just take care of Naruto, mentioning how Naruto has amazing potential and can become a very powerful shinobi one day. And unlike in the original, Hiruzen hearing this decides to treat Naruto just a bit better than in canon due to what Kushina said. And I know she said this in the original as well, but I don't know. I want to have Hiruzen treat him just a little bit better than in canon in this what if. So this is when we have a 3-year time skip to Naruto's 3rd birthday. So it was Naruto's 3rd birthday, and although Hiruzen had left to do his Hokage work, he had left a note and some cake for Naruto, congratulating him on his 3rd birthday. Naruto smiled a bright smile as he ate the cake and went outside. Although all of Naruto's friends had just recently learned to walk and talk properly, the basic stuff, Naruto was always different. He had learned everything way earlier than all of his friends. At the shockingly low age of 3, he had already started learning how to fight. He was a prodigy among prodigies, to say the least. Naruto looked down at a cylindrical-shaped box that was wrapped neatly, like a present. On it was a note that read, "A special present for your birthday, by Hiruzen." Naruto hastily opened the box, as from inside it emerged a scroll. On top of the scroll there was a text saying, "All the basics to becoming a shinobi." And Naruto beamed and opened the scroll. He immediately started studying its contents. This scroll taught him everything he needed to know. Basic jutsu, chakra natures, basic taijutsu, and most importantly, for our case, kekkei genkai. This thing about kekkei genkai interested Naruto, but he realized that, even if he did had a kekkei genkai, he had to master all the previous steps to be able to even think about using one of those. Like, if he doesn't know how to use jutsu or chakra at all, he can't use the kekkei genkai. With that, Naruto continued training with and without Hiruzen all the way until he was 5. And Hiruzen decided to give him his own house so that he could live on his own. Unfortunately for Naruto, the timing for this could not have been any worse, since this was also right around the time when Danzo ended up telling everybody that Naruto was the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki. Suddenly, Naruto's life began to crumble before his eyes, as all of the people who used to care about him and were kind to him started to become distant and stopped talking to Naruto. Slowly, the amount of money that Hiruzen started giving him also started to decrease, as Naruto was getting less and less food and less attention. And, he was thinking, and one day, an idea hit him. If he became strong enough and became the Hokage, everyone would finally respect him. Everyone would recognize Naruto as a great person. From that day on, Naruto started training day and night, using the scroll that Hiruzen gave him and trying to master every single thing. He would go to the library and look at every scroll he could find and study them. This is how it goes all the way until Naruto's first day at the academy. So this is probably what age do they go to the academy at? 8? I think it's 8. So that's 3 years of training that Naruto does, plus the additional stuff that he did earlier with Hiruzen. So Naruto's already pretty broken. He's definitely above average academy student, or probably genin level. Now, on his first day to the academy, Naruto was pretty early and was one of the first people to walk into the room. Eventually, everybody started piling into the room, slowly going into all of the chairs. As you might have guessed, there was a certain radius of empty seats surrounding Naruto, because, nobody wanted to sit next to him. Iruka decided that he wanted to do a special sort of exam today to see what level everyone was at. Naruto did very well in the written portion, and also did really well in most of the things like kunai and shuriken throwing. After all that, it was finally time for the sparring. Of course, as you may have guessed, Naruto and Sasuke were facing off against each other, because, plot. And I am the narrator here, so deal with it. Naruto and Sasuke both, just stepped into the circle, as they were both trying to prove something. They wanted to prove they were stronger than each other. And, Naruto wanted to gain the respect of others, and Sasuke was to prove to himself that he could be strong enough to be Itachi and was the strongest. They both immediately started rushing. They just both rushed at each other, displaying incredible taijutsu skills for their ages at least, as they both exchanged blows. The battle was extremely close, although Naruto was able to land a strong blow to Sasuke's chest as he sent him flying almost out of the circle, but not quite enough. Sasuke, who at this point was fed up, he just got up and stared at Naruto, and then he started weaving hand signs as he said, "Fireball Jutsu!" Naruto was able to block a bit of it as he tried to dodge out of the way, but only managed to slightly escape the fireball, as he still got hit pretty heavily and fell to the floor. Sasuke could see the burn marks on Naruto and could see he was in pain, but he wasn't gonna show any mercy as he ran in at Naruto and started kicking him and pounding him into the ground until he was either knocked out or surrendered. Naruto was just on the floor. Naruto was just laying down on the floor, being pounded into the ground, when he suddenly started to feel a huge rush of adrenaline, and suddenly something changed in him, and he shot up off the ground at blinding speeds as he kicked Sasuke straight into the ground. Naruto then immediately just pinned him down and just held Sasuke down until he admitted defeat. Like, in that moment, Naruto just, for an instant, just went to a completely different level. It was weird. As Naruto started walking away, Sasuke could have sworn he saw Naruto's eyes go red for a second before they turned back to their original bright blue hue. It almost looked like the Sharingan. Naruto also took note of this strange feeling. What was that crazy power that he just got? He needed to find out, because if he could, this could be a game changer for him. This could drastically increase his power. So when Naruto went home, the first thing he did was to try and reawaken this power, as after a lot of failed attempts and concentration, he was able to do it. As he looked at his mirror, he could see the red eye with the one black tomoe. Since Naruto is smart, he was able to recognize this to be the Sharingan, the kekkei genkai of the Uchiha clan. Naruto honed down his abilities with this new kekkei genkai, and this discovery led him to question something else. How did he have this kekkei genkai? How did he get this in the first place? This is supposed to be the Uchiha clan one. And also, if he had this kekkei genkai, did he have any other kekkei genkai? The simple answer was yes, because as the viewers of this, we already know he actually has every kekkei genkai. But for Naruto to figure this out, he would need more and more training to unlock those kekkei genkai. So, that's exactly what he did. Literally, that's exactly what he did. So, for the rest of his entire time in the academy, he literally kept destroying everyone else in his class because he's just on another tier. Nobody else is on his level. And he also kept training his kekkei genkais, or whatever the plural of kekkei genkai is. I don't know. Is it kekkei genkais or kekkei genkai? Doesn't matter. So, he kept doing that all throughout his free time. All the time he had, he would train and train and train. One by one, he kept unlocking more and more of his kekkei genkai as he trained them to their absolute limit to try and become as powerful as he possibly can. So basically, he would take every kekkei genkai he has, right? Let's say, some sort of release, or some sort of, let's say his Sharingan, right? He takes his Sharingan and he trains his Sharingan to the absolute limit. As far as the Sharingan can go, he pushes it to that limit, which basically made him almost unlock his 2 Tomoe Sharingan. But I'm not going to give him a 2 Tomoe just yet, because I don't want him to be too powerful. But he might not be very powerful yet, But trust me, if you watch till the end of this what if, he is gonna be broken, like on a completely other level. Anyways, this kept going on all the way until the graduation exam, where Naruto passed with ease, like it's not even close. Naruto also managed to get the title of Rookie of the Year, which was, that's pretty self-explanatory. Of course he would get Rookie of the Year. And he was told that Kakashi would be his Jonin sensei. Now, he also learned that he would have a team with Sakura and Sasuke, and I guess Naruto was generally happy about this as he sat down and started waiting for Kakashi to arrive. Although it took him a long time, Kakashi did end up arriving and giving his usual excuse on how he got lost down the path of life or whatever, and told Team 7 to meet him up on the roof. So with that, Kakashi swiftly body flickered up to the roof, and with the rest of the team going up there by foot because, most of them can't body flicker. And although Naruto is trying to learn the body flicker, he hasn't quite mastered it yet, so that doesn't count. Now, Sakura, it took the longest to get up there, but, she did come up there pretty decently quickly, I guess. So when everybody did arrive, Kakashi asked them to all share their likes, dislikes, and goals. Sakura started first, doing her usual thing where she stared at Sasuke while saying she likes a certain someone, and then glared at Naruto saying she dislikes a certain someone, and then she swiftly turned her back around to face Kakashi and announced that her goal was that she wanted to be a very good wife to a certain someone, as she, once again slowly started turning her head to stare at Sasuke. Now, Sasuke did his emo thing where he was like, I don't have any particular likes or dislikes, but I am determined to kill a certain somebody that, we know to be Itachi. And Naruto actually was, as you may have guessed, the only person that had quote-unquote normal goals, as he said how, he liked ramen, and his goals were to become the Hokage and to become the strongest ninja in the world. Hearing this, Sakura snorted and thought in her head, that idiot Naruto, what does he think he is? Becoming the strongest in the world? Don't make me laugh, you nine-tailed brat. And Naruto, hearing Sakura laughing, just gave her a death glare that completely froze Sakura. Naruto instantly dashed at Sakura while pulling out a kunai and slicing her throat open. Then she just started blinking rapidly as she just saw Naruto just sitting there, and touched her neck, started touching her neck and to see if her throat was cut, but she couldn't feel the cut, and it just wasn't there, as Naruto calmly replied, just saying, "You're lucky that was just a genjutsu." As Sakura just sighed, what just happened? Did Naruto just kill me? And Kakashi, frantically is trying to change the subject, and he's he just tells everyone that they should meet him at the training grounds early tomorrow morning. And also that they should not eat anything unless they want to end up throwing up. And after saying that, Kakashi just poofed into a cloud of smoke and disappeared. But that is where I'm going to be having to leave this episode off. If you did enjoy this what if, make sure to like and subscribe, and also check out Harry Fox's channel because he'll be doing this too. But I don't have much more to say. With that, goodbye, and see you next time.